whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the insight, human, and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompanying this journey of high quality nerd commentary, you got my man Colton, aka Pizza Parker. Talk to the people.
Bombay. You feel me?
I hear that. We also,
AKA
yeah, keep going,
AKA
Free.
your man's Killmonger in the plane telling them we not gonna be able to psychologize all them niggas on the corner. Some of them might have to go to sleep. For good!
Yo, we also got the greatest engineer in the entire multiverse, my man Gas. Say what's up.
Yo.
Yeah. And you know, it's your boy Dennis. People call me a lot of names. I also go by the name Old Dirty Dennis. But my enemies call me Napod. Cause ain't Napod fucking with us. AKA your long haired.
Go crazy. Go crazy. I like that a lot. Go crazy.
Yo, AKA Yuri, AKA Mbroku, AKA you long haired demon, AKA Nah, we just here. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to another issue of the Mighty Metahumans podcast, fellas. What's up? How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling pretty great, man. I'm chilling.
Yeah. How about you guys? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm chilling, cool. How are you?
Chilling, bro. Chilling. You know what I mean? Like kind of off the high of Wakanda Forever. I mean, that's what we're gonna talk about today. I want to see how the fellas feel about it. As usual, don't come in too hot. Like give me, I don't know, give me a couple sentences. Tell me how you feel about the overall movie. We gonna go into the details, but just give me like, let's pretend you just walked out the theater. How you feel about it?
Well, me personally, I feel like my score comes through like my emotional connection with the movie. So like it like was a good movie. It touched me. The themes of like grieving and growth were pretty fire to me. And yeah, I just thoroughly like kind of enjoyed the movie. I have my problems, but like I feel like they really don't outweigh the things that happen. The things that like the movie did right.
Okay. How about you guys? Did you see it?
I didn't see that movie.
We need you to see it. All right. So for me, I kind of agree with you. Like, you know, like I feel like the superhero stuff kind of took a back seat to the story of grief and the story of trying to like persevere through loss. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that was the main story. Like they grounded the story. And it was like the superhero stuff, it just they just so happen to have powers. You know what I mean? But it was really about like, yo, you lost somebody. How do you move forward with that? Like, how does your anger like influence your path forward? Like, how does grief and like coming to terms with it, like, you know, the healing process, you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like on that level, on just a grounded level, even superheroes deal with shit like that. And I feel like Ryan Coogler did a really good job of making me care about Shuri on that level, honestly.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
a big surprise.
Yeah, like I mean, like it's not even like I had a problem with her character. You know, it was more like the anti-vax shit for like a year and a half. She was kind of wilding, you know what I mean?
Bugging,
but in the movie itself, I cared because it was just like, yo, like you lost someone that was important to you, and how do you move forward? And to have powers, and you can take revenge. You're literally the princess of a nation. The most advanced nation.
Queen.
Queen. You could take advantage of that. Like, and to know that you had that power and to like still pull yourself back. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, I think he did a really good job with that. Actor highlights. Give me three people you think that killed the movie.
So Angela Bassett, number one. Amazing.
Yes.
Did such a great job.
That was the top of my list.
Tanoop.
Yeah.
He went crazy as Nmaor. Yo, he was smoothing. Now we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that, man. Like Nmaor.
Yeah.
That actor did a pretty good job. And then honestly, Michael B. Jordan. That's Killmonger.
Okay.
I feel like he kind of outshined in that one. Like
okay.
Like I said in my AKA earlier, he came through with the Dr. Umar energy, and I was fucking with it.
Okay, so I think it's really funny. I just want to say this to the audiences. We don't do like a lot of pre-prep. So the fact that your 3 is my 3
is
fucking crazy.
That's hilarious.
Because off the rip, Angela Bassett fucking smoked that
Killed
shit.
it.
Smoked it.
Killed
Both speeches, the intro speech in the courtroom and the shit she said to
In the
Okoye
Wakandan
about
tribe.
losing, like everything. She gave everything. She bodied her role.
She
Like,
went crazy.
that's why they had to kill her, because it was just like, there's no
It was
coming
too
back
much.
from this.
You way too good. You way too good.
All right, we got to wrap. We got to wrap.
And she made sure she like left a lasting impression.
Yes.
But yeah.
Again, Nmaor, nigga. Like, honestly, and we could talk about that too. One thing I am liking so far as a trend, I think we've talked about it before, about Phase 4, is culture. And I feel like they've been doing a really good job tying in real life culture into like the superhero lore, with like Ms. Marvel and like Pakistani culture, Moon Knight, Egyptian culture. You got Namor and like,
you know, the
Maya,
people like to call that woke, even though it's just culture.
Yo, it's just,
and it's just
real,
like,
it's real life.
And it also like makes that it's not like 100% comic accurate a little bit better.
Yes.
Because like, if you're going to not be comic accurate, you might as well try to like be as kind of historical accurate as possible.
So it ties
And
into
like
real
that.
life. Yes, I really like that. I really like what they're doing with that, to the point where like I want a solo. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get one, but I want a solo Namor movie, because I want to explore on the water, bro. Like, that shit was fire.
They
son.
spot Talokan.
Yeah, Talokan.
Talokan is fucking fire.
Niggas was shooting fucking Kamehameha beams, nigga. Like,
okay, so
that's hard.
I'm gonna talk about one of my like loves and dislikes about it, because it comes to Talokan, right? So it was beautiful. All the underwater shots and shit, and like their culture like looks amazing. Like, I'm very interested and very into it, especially because Aquaman on the DC side was one of the better DC movies,
Yes.
and they also showed us underwater worlds, and they were fire.
Yes.
And I felt like this being the Marvel, like, I guess, antithesis. Well, I don't even know if I used the word right, but whatever. The Marvel like counterpart.
Yeah.
That like, I felt like they could have put more time on it. That's my bad part. Like, I felt like it was too short.
Okay.
Like, they could have put a little bit more time on it.
So I guess the only kickback I got to that is they could have, but at the same time, it's not Namor's movie. It's more like they give you a appetizer. So it's like, this is what we are going to explore eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like when it comes to Black Panther, not to knock other superheroes aside from like, you know, the big Avengers movies, the Black Panther movies are kind of like an event. So like, niggas are coming to see like this event, regardless if they like comic book movies, they're just gonna go see this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they use this as a way to, you know, show off another major culture. Not even just a major culture. Like, this is like a whole nother world that we're about to explore. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like when we do eventually branch off, you're gonna get to really see them like go crazy with like Mayan culture and mix. Like, I feel like that's coming. But this was just like, you know, like a little taste of what's to come. You know what I'm saying?
That kind of bleeds into my other issue, right?
Okay.
So boom, this is not a Namor movie, right? It's absolutely not a Valentina movie. What the fuck are you doing there? It's at like Valentina and my boy, what's his name? Ross.
Yeah. Yo, I can't. Yo, shout out to Ross for fucking, bro. Like,
I love Ross to death. I don't care about Valentina. What the fuck do y'all know about Wakanda? What the fuck is y'all doing here? I felt like if they got rid of all of that bullshit, but I'm gonna explain later why I understand why it's there. But this is my like personal opinion. Yeah. I felt like if they got rid of all of that bullshit, we could have got more Talokan.
That's true. That's true. But
we could have got more of Wakanda's problems and Wakanda's things. I
would say I want to say it's a Disney problem where it's like,
it is.
You get the movie, but at the same time we're also building, and they kept saying that,
that's
you
what
know,
I was gonna say.
This is the end of Phase 4.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be real here. I'm gonna be realistic now. I'm gonna turn my like actual logical brain off, and I'm gonna turn on the marketing Disney Kevin Kevin brain. We needed Thunderbolts to do something, baby.
Yo, so you gotta introduce them.
Hey, if Valentina used to fuck Ross, and Ross know about Wakanda,
there's the connection.
And she told that nigga straight up, I be having orgasms thinking about being the only nation with vibranium. I was like, God damn.
Wow, Elaine was wilding. Yeah, no, that's a fact. So I do feel like,
They needed something to do.
They do. Like they had to include that. They had to include Riri. Know what I mean? That's a connection.
That was hot. I like that.
I do like that. Like as much
her
as
suit wasn't as bad as people was making it out to be.
Here's my problem with people talking about her suit. It's her second fucking suit, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
She's 19 with a suit. That's her second.
She's also not a billionaire. I was trying to explain that to somebody, right? Like, as people was talking about, like, somebody said, like, oh, y'all gotta remember, like, Tony's first few suits wasn't like that, like, sleek or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then people were just like, oh, this is the Mark II, right? And it was like some sleek shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but y'all also got to remember, Riri is from Chicago where her father got killed by some type of gang violence, probably.
Exactly.
And she just used to build shit in his shop where she's like a regular kind of smart, super genius girl who's going to go to like smart colleges based off of scholarships. Like, nigga, she don't got the materials to just make some sleek ass Iron Man suit, nigga.
Exactly.
So
Iron Man
what
first two suits weren't even that good, to be honest.
And that's what I'm saying. And even then, right? Her second suit, nigga, that Power Ranger ass suit, I'm gonna be real. It reminds me of Power Rangers.
A Power Ranger suit.
But
it's her second suit.
It's amazing for a second suit.
Bro, that was like Iron Man, like of Age of Ultron. Like they were like 5, 4,
you know what
6
what
movies
that
in.
suit kind of was? That suit kind of looked like the rescue suit, which is in fucking Endgame.
Exactly.
So it's
her second suit.
The technology is fucking, and she also got vibranium. So the technology is crazy.
Exactly.
So that suit, I felt like the screenshots that people put, because it just showed the top half, and because people didn't see the back of the suit and didn't realize those were like booster jets.
Exactly.
Like giant booster jets. People were just like, look at this bulky ass weird shit. And I'm just like,
imagine
nigga, y'all not even seeing the full suit in action, which looked amazing, by the way.
Imagine when she gets to the point
CGI was CGIing, but it looked good.
Imagine when she gets to the point where she knows how to use nanotechnology. This is her second suit.
Well, she already got the blueprint still. Exactly. You already know she got the blueprint.
She gonna go crazy. No, like I totally agree. And one thing I didn't like is I definitely saw like a lot of complaints about like them adding Riri, and they were like, oh, you could have took that whole subplot out. And the movie was like, you could still have the movie. No, the movie literally is because of her. Like she created the shit that found the vibranium, which caused the tension between Talokan and Wakanda.
I will say, another problem that I had with this movie is I feel like, yes, Talokan, she invented the shit that finds vibranium, but she's not the person that's getting vibranium. So killing her technically wouldn't be the answer to this.
It wouldn't.
But a movie wouldn't happen.
Exactly.
So, like, I get it. But that was like one of my issues. And well, I'll let you talk, because then my other issue is like way more towards the ending.
Yeah, like, so I feel like for that, they need her because she's a plot point. You know,
she's a plot point.
But at the same time,
but it was good. It was a fun plot point.
She's a fun plot point, and it branches off because it's how else would you introduce Riri into the Disney universe going forward? Like this.
Also, they didn't really focus on her too much.
No,
for people to be upset about.
Exactly. She played her part.
They focused on Ross and Valentino way
more.
And that's why I keep saying, like, you could have just cut all of that out and added more of everything else, in my opinion. And it would have been a better movie.
But again, I'm pretty sure when
they have to build. They have to build. Thunderbolts.
Ryan put the movie together. It's like, hey, we need this because this is part of a giant phase, and this is leading on to what we got coming next.
Namor said the M word.
Yeah.
Like, just straight out.
You know
what, Mexican?
Relax. God damn, nigga. What the fuck? Yo, he just came in.
Nigga said, so it's Mexican. Nigga, mutant? We are on the Mighty Metahumans? Like, you used the mutant word?
Do we get Kanye? What the fuck?
Yo, shout out all my Mexicans, man. We love y'all, man. Don't pull up. Don't pull up on us, man. Yo, listen. Namor's Mexican, y'all. Yo, we showing him love. We say he the second best. We say he the second best actor in this whole shit. Yo.
No, that was funny.
But yeah, that was hilarious. But yo, he just straight up was like, I'm a mutant.
Yo, you know what caught me?
And I was like, he's just straight up saying it.
Yeah, you know what caught me off guard? And I think it was just some nerd shit, but a lot of people that at least in the theater, because I saw the shit twice.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the theater, and when he was fighting with Shuri, and he was like, Imperious Rex. I looked around, I was like, yo, he did the thing.
He did the thing, yo.
And nobody was like, so? I was like, wow, okay, like, so just me in here, huh?
He said it, and I was hyped, and then I looked around, and then 3 other people was hyped.
Yo,
and I was like, that's
cared.
nice. That's nice that we all know what's going on right now.
Exactly. Another thing that bothered me, actually, before we get into that, recast T'Challa. Now, so we can look at this 2 ways. Niggas was complaining about them like not bringing in like a new actor to replace Chadwick. That's cool, but at the same time, I like how they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally just set it up where like they did recast them.
They did already. And I have a theory, but we're gonna talk about it later.
You know what I mean? Like I do, and at the same time, they get to show respect to Chad.
Facts.
They get to follow the storyline of Shuri being the Black Panther. Like they get to switch things up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, because in a way, that's really ballsy by Kevin and Disney. They're literally telling you this is how long we plan to still be here, my nigga.
That's a fact. They're kind of crazy, but also no, and that's gonna have to be with my theory later.
Okay. Yeah. But I do feel like they're just like, yo, the MCU is gonna be long.
We're gonna be here.
That's why we keep this kid
saying that there's kids here.
Exactly.
We keep saying that there's mad children.
And become the next Black Panther. I think that's mad ballsy. And I mean, granted, like, I don't see anything slowing down. Like them niggas still moving. Speaking of Chadwick, do you like how they handled his death? Because I was definitely curious to know how they were gonna bring that up in the movie.
I just enjoyed the moment. I felt like it was one of those things where it was like they did like kind of do him justice when they like showed mad love towards him. Yeah,
I like how they tied into the story, honestly, because it ties into the whole. It didn't feel like rushed. Mm-hmm. They made it important in the beginning. How it ties into Shuri and her failure of not being able to create the heart-shaped herb to save him, and then eventually she does create it from the shit that she got from Nmaor, and then at the end she finally is able to let go of her grief. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the movie starts with her grief, and then it ends with her being able to release it at the end. I do like how he tied that together, and I do think the fact that I saw the movie twice, I appreciate it more because I don't know if you caught it. I caught it the second time I watched it. When they introduced Prince T'Challa, he was there early in the movie.
Yeah,
I didn't caught that the first time I watched it. Like he was in the scene with Nakia when Angela Bassett came. Like he was there playing with the kids. And the second time I watched it, I was like, Ryan Coogler, you son of a bitch.
That's crazy.
I was like, you snuck that. You snuck. And to take it a step further, the mom wanted to tell Shuri about him when they were at in the forest. Like right before Nmaor showed up, she was like, yo, I have something I need to tell you. That's what she wanted to tell her. Like, yo, you got a nephew. Like, you gotta let go of your grief. Like we still have to.
Shout out to Haitian Panther, man.
Yo, he gonna go crazy, son. He gonna go fucking crazy, son.
We're gonna talk. Okay, so let me kind of I guess rapid fire all the bad things.
Go ahead.
So then I could talk about all the good things.
Okay.
The ending felt anticlimactic. Like the ending fight, like it was hot, like it was fire. Like I really liked it, and also it was literally fire. Yeah, it was literally hot.
Hi-yo.
Right, but it felt anticlimactic. But at the same time, it felt satisfying knowing how, like the Wakanda Forever sign being the reason why it happened. It's like satisfying, but it's also anticlimactic. So,
but something else.
The fucking. The plan of we're going to go in the middle of the ocean, get these niggas to come out and to just go home is the stupidest fucking plan I've ever heard when these niggas are Atlanteans who like literally swim in the ocean. Like I remember like sitting there and they was like, We did it, y'all. Yo, let's go back to Wakanda. I was like, y'all are not gonna be able to go home. Like, niggas are not gonna let you go home. Why do you guys think you're gonna be able to go home? And what happened? They weren't able to go home.
You know, the funny thing about that plan is, for the most part, it was technically sound, except for that part.
Was the only part.
To me, you should have had a giant ship,
that
was floating.
Y'all don't got floating. Yeah, I seen y'all have the alien technology ships.
The only person that can fly is Nmaor. If you kept that nigga grounded like you plan to do, y'all win.
Yo, that nigga said, you know what? Shuri got Nmaor. All these niggas in the ocean. Let's use the ocean. Let's use the ocean, y'all. Yeah. Let's use the ocean to go back home, y'all. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be real, right? I watched it only one time so far, but like I remember thinking in my head, Shuri jumped on the ship when it got Nmaor.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, that shit about to turn into an airship. That's what I thought in my head. This is Wakandan technology. No, nigga. It's the future.
We about to roll.
He said, y'all, we back home, y'all. And tried to start the fucking boat, nigga. After fucking Nmaor is under there going crazy.
Wow.
Okay, so
son.
Let me what other bad things do I have to say about this movie for real? All
right, so
the CGI probably in the second half got a little wonky, but you know, it's not really that big of a problem.
After She-Hulk, we can't trust him.
Of course, but this was way better. This is like significantly better, but we still can't trust them. But let me start rapid firing the good things.
Okay.
Nmaor moving crazy,
nuts,
absolutely mad. Actually, absolutely mad, lad.
Before you go into the good things, let me finish over the bad things. And we stick to the good.
Yeah.
All right. So bad. I'm gonna say bad. What was the first thing that you talked about? The first bad thing that you mentioned.
How the third act was like anticlimactic, but it was satisfying.
That's what I want to go to. So for me, I enjoyed it. It was a little anticlimactic, but then when I thought about it, it was just like, if you really think about it, the way she didn't kill him is the exact same way Chad didn't kill Zemo. Like, she said literally what he said. Like, she was like, yo, rage has consumed us, but I don't want it to consume our people. He said the same thing to this nigga Zemo when Tony and Cap was downstairs going crazy on each other. And he was like, yo, you let anger consume them, and I'm not going to let it. Because he wanted to kill this nigga because he killed his pops. And he didn't do it. And so, like, I do feel like maybe it was like, I don't know if it was
a payoff.
I don't know if it was an unintentional tie-in that they did that, or it was a coincidence or not. But I do like the fact that it was just like, her to finally become the Black Panther, she became him. She did the noble thing. She tried the Killmonger, bro.
She should have went through with it. That's my bad thing. I truly believe even Chadwick should have went through with it with Baron Zemo, but we wouldn't have got the dance scene.
I'm gonna step away from being a fan for a second. If I was Shuri, nigga, that nigga was fish fillet, my nigga.
We was having surf and turf.
Nigga.
Fried whiting with wings on the side,
what the
nigga.
Fuck? What the fuck do you mean you just killed my mom in front of me?
And guess what this nigga said? Bury your dead. I'm gonna be back in a week. You spinning back after you kill my mom? Nah, you not spinning back because I'm killing everybody.
To my face, bro.
I'm dropping
this nigga. She was crying.
I'm dropping a Wakanda nuke on these niggas. Wakanda nuke is dropping in Talocan. It's over,
bro.
Y'all all done.
My mom hasn't even made it to the astral plane yet, and this nigga's on the outside, like, yo. Mourn your dead, bury your dead, mourn your losses.
Mourn your losses.
I'm coming back with the full squad next week.
You bitch ass nigga.
Nigga, what?
I swear to God, I'm about to follow you wherever you going.
Nigga,
yo,
what?
I don't know. All right,
yo.
I don't know. That's bad. That's bad. Nigga. That's a bad to me. She should have fucking
fish fillet.
She should have cooked this nigga. It should have been a fish fry.
I am not that noble, my nigga.
Fish not fillet. Nice at all. Yo, I don't like that shit at all.
Y'all not getting Nmaor 1, nigga.
I still don't like it. You know what's crazy? I gave him the second spot of the best actor, and I hate this nigga, son.
But that's why I gotta give it to
him.
Because he did so fucking good.
He did so good.
Son. He did so fucking good.
He's not even as thirsty as Nmaor movie. We're gonna talk about that later, but
I do. But the thing that I do like about him, well, all right. we'll finish the bad first.
Mm-hmm.
Next bad, I would say, and it's not really a bad because it's me nitpicking, and it has nothing to do with anyone's performance because they killed that shit. As good as a performance that Angela did, as Namor did, like all these people, like everyone carried their weight, there's still a void of Chad.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
I mean, it's
they
noticeable.
They killed it. Like they absolutely
It's a great
killed
movie.
it. But it's a void, my nigga. Like I don't know.
Noticeable.
It's just his charisma. What it's just they couldn't feel it. Even at their best, they couldn't feel it. And I'm not knocking them because they did a fantastic job, especially Angela, like I said several times. But you could still feel that he's just not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's a nitpick.
Letitia did a good job. Here's my last bad one.
Mm-hmm.
Letitia did a good job. This might sound crazy. Letitia did a good job, but I truly believe that there's a lot of black actresses that could take her place.
I'm pretty sure.
As Shuri.
I'm pretty sure.
And that's like no slight to her, but like,
you know, Riri almost became Shuri. Shuri that plays Dominique. Yeah, she went up for the same. Like I just read the article yesterday. She went up for the same role and she missed out. It was like down to 4, and it was her, Letitia, two other girls, and she got the role. And they called her back later on, and she became Riri, which is so fucking crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, she was almost Shuri. She was that fucking close.
But yeah, that's probably my only thing.
Honestly, like I said, those are really my only 2 for the most part. I don't hate the Valentina thing because I understand, especially knowing that Thunderbolts is coming.
I know it's happening. It don't mean I gotta like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't hate it. I just notice it. That's all I'm saying. Like I know where that's going.
It's some like they just snuck that in there. And it was like one of those things where they tried to hype it up like it was like, you'll never believe who's in this. And it was just like, bitch, of course I wouldn't. Who cares? Like, that was how I felt.
I do feel like they are treating her like a Nick Fury type. Like she's going around, she's collecting all these people. This is you find out that she has this certain rank within the hey man, like it's happening.
I know. I hate her so much.
It's fucking happening.
She's on Ross' dick, so she definitely gonna try to come to get him from Wakanda. You know that's gonna be a storyline.
Yo, I like shout out to Elaine, son. She's sneaky as fuck. When she was like, yo, I bugged the shit and I left it there because I know your dumbass was gonna take it and you was gonna give me information on these niggas unknowingly. I fuck with that sneakiness, bro. Like that's Nick Fury level sneakiness. That's mad dastardly.
It's the government. So I get it.
And then when she was like, yo, it gets my dick hard thinking about getting vibranium.
Yeah, I was like,
whoa.
Relax, freaky woman. Relax.
She was wild, lady. Son.
What the fuck? Relax. What the hell?
That might have been the most MAGA thing ever said in Disney.
I swear to God, if we was the only niggas with vibranium, I would just squirt everywhere. I would squirt all over this room. The nigga was like, all right, god damn, we were married and god damn.
Yo, he was like, yo, you didn't even talk like this.
You don't even talk like this with us, with me, when we was doing the crazy shit.
Yo, shout out Elaine. All right, so go ahead. Talk about the good. Your favorite goods.
This nigga Namor's ancient karate is fucking amazing. That shit is like some hot shit. Like I can't lie. Like the nigga punched M'Baku, and if that nigga didn't have vibranium gear, that nigga would have had a hand through his chest. It was crazy. Also, he was beating the fuck out of Shuri.
This nigga beat everybody.
He was beating the fuck out of everybody. It was kind of crazy.
This nigga like Tom Brady on the whole fucking Wakanda.
Nakia and her booty. Amazing. Love both of it. Shout out the Haitian Panther.
Yes.
Young son.
Yo, he's coming.
He's on the way.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna throw on my theory on top of that,
okay,
he gonna be aged up for Secret Wars. We gonna see a Black Panther in Secret Wars. I think we gonna
see. Okay.
I think he gonna be older.
Okay.
But okay. Speeding through.
Go ahead.
Angela Bassett fucking killed it. Michael B. Jordan fucking killed it. Speeding through. The Midnight Angels are cool as fuck.
Yeah, I gotta talk about that.
Both Okoye are amazing. Okoye and Atuma, some of the greatest synergy in this movie. I felt like we needed more of that. And I feel like when the Midnight Angels show happens, I kind of need a random like beef between them and for them to just keep fighting because they really was on some gangster shit. And I really like the Midnight Angels shit. What else? Yeah, the music, the soundtrack. I really like Riri. I like her attitude. I like how she acts.
Yeah.
I'm scared about her like actual story because I'm thinking it's gang violence or some shit. They might just make it Tony Stark killed her pops or some shit. That's a little inside joke if y'all don't understand that. But yeah. What else? Yeah, like yo, Shuri on the boat, nigga, when she popped out as the Black Panther.
Yeah, I gotta talk
it
about
was
that.
fucking crazy. That was like a A plus moment.
All right, so go ahead.
And then Angela Bassett. In every scene, she was just commanded so much. I already said that already, but she just really like all her like heartfelt speeches was like too much for me. I was just like, this is amazing.
Yes.
And then yeah, Michael B. Jordan with the Dr. Umar speech. Like I feel like more niggas need to listen to that. I can't wait till I'm allowed to use that video because I'm gonna abuse the fuck out of it.
All right, so my good. We're gonna start off with Angela Bassett. Fantastic. We said it. We both agree. My second good. Angela Bassett's arms, nigga. She was working the fuck out for somebody that didn't have like any athletic like scenes in his movies. Like her arms was like cut, nigga. Like she was working out. Third, obviously Nmaor. This nigga was going crazy in the air. Once this nigga took off and never landed again, and he was just taking the ships out, stopping like mid-air, ski, turn. This nigga was wilding. Fourth, I did like M'Baku was funny. I didn't feel like they turned him into like a joke, but I do enjoy that he was like comedy. Like, you know, he was like the comic relief to an extent. Shuri, like you said, the boat. My thing about that scene, I was watching, I was like, when did she get so fucking good? Like, yo, she
got powers now.
Yo, I was like, yo, she's fucking wildin'.
That could go to the bad, right? Because I will say that Disney has this thing where like you just get powers and now you just number one fighter.
She's just fucking good. Like,
and it's just like, how did that happen?
Yo, when she ran and then like just jumped, I was like, what the fuck is Shuri about to do? And then she started, I was like, yo, where did this come from?
I was like, I didn't even know she was like this good.
Yo,
fighting.
When did she train like this?
I remember when she was just only shooting niggas.
Yeah.
And then now she's like really wilding. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Mid flip, jump. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? But it's a good because she was wilding. Okoye, like her whole, like you said, like her fight scene with Atuma, probably one of my favorite things in the movie because it's not like she had superpowers and she was still holding her own. Know what I mean? She was just regular, like fucking these niggas up until, you know, she kind of got overpowered. Next, Midnight Angels. I'm excited for that because you know those two are getting a series. There's no fucking way they don't get a spinoff series, my nigga. And
now that they gave Okoye like time off.
And exactly. And I do like it because now, because before there were talks about Okoye probably having a show, but I wasn't really jacking it because if you the general of the Dora Milaje, you're kind of stuck. You kind of stuck in Wakanda. But now Midnight Angels, they could go anywhere. They can literally do whatever the fuck they want.
That's hard.
And I do like her and Anika. I do like their relationship, good cop, bad cop. Like I'm the strict,
like the OG versus the new school.
Exactly. And I do feel like that's what they set that up to be. And I do like that now they can kind of go anywhere and do anything. Really love that. Another good, my nigga King M'Baku, nigga.
Yo,
what a
M'Baku
come up, nigga. This nigga's
great.
the king now.
Yeah, interim king.
Yeah, I fuck
but
with
a great leader.
Yeah,
throughout the whole movie.
Yo,
a lot of people was trying to shit on him, and I was like, y'all shouldn't because he's actually a very great support. Like, especially because I seen a lot of niggas complain about like there's not a lot of males in the movie, and like but who fucking cares? One, and then two, you had a male person right there that was basically holding it down for everyone emotionally and giving great advice, even if he was comic relief.
Here's my thing about there's not enough males in a movie. Yo, it's the same movie from the first one.
Bro, like
the whole army is women.
Bro.
And that was hard in the first one.
They're only saying that because Killmonger and Chadwick were on screen, so in their eyes, they're like worth way more men. And like in that movie, they had like Daniel Kaluuya and other people, but they were like side characters. They didn't even fucking matter. All the people who mattered were women.
Because
the Queen, Nakia, Okoye,
and
Shuri.
And the point of that is they just lost their king, their brother, their son. Like, why would the story be focused on somebody else aside from the people who just lost the most important person?
I mean,
to
those
them?
people were also the hashtag cast reach T'Challa, and I get the recast T'Challa shit, but like, y'all gotta give it fucking time, bro. Like, niggas can't just overwrite. Like, I get it, but you can't just overwrite somebody's legacy, especially when Ryan Coogler himself said that when he signed up to be with Chadwick, they planned the whole shit already.
Exactly.
So like now he has to change the whole shit. And I am 100% sure if you are also a human being and you worked with somebody and you were fucking close to them and y'all had a vision, bro.
That is literally the point
of course you're not gonna want to just pick some whole new nigga up. It's not even just that though.
Over. Two things about the whole recast thing. You got to think how close them niggas all were to each other in that first movie. Because that movie was an event for niggas. Like, when they talk about that, like, in interviews, them niggas tear up every time. You were going to put all them niggas in a position where they have to now talk to this new nigga as the person that they just lost? Granted, you have to be professional. But this nigga just died for this role, son. This nigga kept all his problems a secret so he could put this movie out. That's and you just like, yo, we gonna step over him and replace him. And on top of that, who the fuck do you think wants to step into them shoes, nigga? I don't want to step.
I mean, there's a bunch of people that probably do, but at the same time,
don't call my number, son. It's ringing out,
take
son.
Some time, bro.
It's ringing out, bro. You can't
honestly, right now is perfect because they just did a good movie.
Yes.
That everybody likes.
Yes.
They also kept shit kind of in the air.
Yes.
So you can bring in whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
If they do want to decide to.
I mean,
because what they can do, because they can still recast T'Challa. You know why? Necropolis, Secret Wars. They could just go a Necropolis route where he becomes King of the Dead, and then they make a whole new T'Challa where he comes back from the dead, and you know what? He's the King of the Dead now, Black Panther. So they can do that. But like niggas wanted it now, and I feel like if they would have dropped a new Black Panther now, people wouldn't even have liked it.
I wouldn't have jacked it, bro, because now you forcing him to like the new person to live up to what Chad did in the
to have to be him or better.
Exactly. And I feel like it's too soon. And I feel like also for this movie, niggas needed a healing movie, bro. Like, he just died suddenly. Like, he never get to say anything else. The movie just came out, he just disappeared. You just knew one day you saw this nigga in like red carpet and shit, and he was like thin as fuck. And niggas had jokes back then.
That's why I liked it so much, because it was like they had the actual like narrative. They also had like, you know, the Disney machine stuff.
Of course.
But then they also tied in the real life grief into the script.
Exactly.
And even I might even say something about like the end of the movie. I feel like when Nakia told Shuri, like, you have a nephew, I feel like Letitia didn't know that was in the script. Like, I feel like her reaction was mad genuine because she was dead ass like mad shocked. And I was like, oh shit, she acting like a motherfucker right now. But then I thought about it and I was like, yo, what if this psychopath Kevin Feige
that would be fucking
was just like, yo, Lupita, you the only person that knows this. Just say it to her in the moment.
That would be fucking and she just gotta improvise it. Yeah, no, that would be crazy. That would
like,
be fucking
her reaction was, because the way it cut off and cuts back on, like, I was just like, her reaction seems mad candid. Like, it seems like it's mad real.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know because they're all close, like they could probably pull that emotion out. But I was like, I don't know, this felt kind of candid. If it was, that'd be fucking dope.
Either way, even if it wasn't.
But if it wasn't, that also is one of those things that shows how important that nigga is to the franchise.
Exactly. And it felt healing. They gave that nigga his moment. The movie is about Shuri and her loss, but the movie's still about Chad, bro. Like, and I feel like
live on.
Exactly. And it was just like they needed to do that before they could continue. It would have been mad tasteless if them niggas just replaced them, bro.
That's true.
Honestly.
Like right now.
It would have made me, I would have been, just like I said in the beginning of the episode, is the superhero stuff was a backseat to the importance of them talking about losing. And I feel like
Mhm.
even if you're not a fan of superheroes, you can still watch that movie if you ever lost someone and just understand that. You know what
That
I'm saying?
grief, yeah,
Exactly.
and
Like
the
you
growth through it.
exactly and how to get past that shit. And that was important. And I feel like it was therapy for everybody on the set. It felt like when you kind of sit back and pay attention to the script, that was therapy for even Ryan, like writing that story of how do you get over that and move on from that before they could, you know what I'm saying, focus on something else. So like I said, I thought the movie was great. If I rate it, I don't know. I don't know. Good question. Where do you have it ranked in Phase 4 for you?
That's my second favorite.
Second favorite? What's number one?
Second or third. Is Spider-Man, then
Mhm.
probably it's Spider-Man and Wakanda kind of tied,
Mhm.
but it's Spider-Man and then Wakanda and then Shang-Chi. Those are my
Okay.
top three.
I want to change. I would say mine's is still Shang-Chi, only because like the grief shit is great for the movie, but that shit hurts, bro. Like so, like
Yeah, I know.
like Shang-Chi would still be my number one because it's still fun. It still like introduces like a whole new world, all that other good stuff. Great fight scenes. And I guess that's another thing you could say about this movie is they didn't pay much attention to the fight scenes. Like I said, it was all that stuff was like a back seat. They had the
I
great
feel like I
Okoye
really
fight
like the
scene.
emotional connection.
Yeah, exactly. No, I totally agree. So again, like I do feel like Shang-Chi's my number one. This is probably my number two, honestly, because I feel like that
That makes
grief
sense.
is more to the heart, to the chest, versus what happened in. Because all right, so I say the difference is Spider-Man went through his own personal grief and like losing,
Oh
Aunt
man,
May and all that, but Marissa Tomei's alive. Like she's fine.
yeah, that's true.
The grief that they went through in Wakanda Forever is, even though it was for T'Challa, it was really for Chad. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like that grief hits a little harder. So that puts it in second place for me. And then
I
Spider-Man third.
I like the action more in Spider-Man than I do
That's true.
in because I felt like they could have put a little bit more attention into it,
Mhm,
especially because like from everything that I seen from when they did pay attention to it,
mhm.
it looked great to me,
So was
Yeah.
and I
Shang-Chi
wanted more
action
of
better?
it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but
why for me, I still got a number one.
Shang-Chi's like emotional depth, like
It doesn't have it.
it is not there.
That's
So
fine.
while like usually like if I'm like in like an action mood, this
Mhm.
shit like I don't think Black Panther would be like maybe 4,
Okay.
but like all around movie, I would say it's the second to
Okay.
me.
I mean, I
And
still got a
Shang-Chi's the
second.
third. But
Okay.
like
Okay.
Shang-Chi could be second also.
Mhm.
It's according to how I feel. I gotta watch it a few more times. Because I
I
watched Shang-Chi a few times and I watched Spider-Man a few
I
times.
feel like regardless of where you have it, they're probably all top three.
All three,
Honestly,
yeah, they're
those are.
really good
It
in
just
this shit.
depends on what mood you're in and what you're rating it on. But those are the top
Though,
three,
yeah.
honestly, for phase 4. Honestly, let's see. Anything to wrap? Was this a proper conclusion for you for phase 4? Like, do you feel like this is a good ending so we can move on to Ant-Man next
I mean,
year and all
Phase
the other
4 is
shit?
still confusing as shit. Like, you still kind of don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
But I feel like this gives you so much more of an idea than Thor did. If I
Bro,
ended with
bro,
Thor, I
that
would
was
have
a
the worst taste in my mouth about the next phase of like Marvel movies.
It's
But
so funny.
ended
It's
with
so funny you said that.
Wakanda is like one of those things where it's just like, y'all are thinking.
Yeah.
Y'all are thinking. And I see it. But I don't know.
The only thing I could take away from Thor now, based on now that we could look back on like the entire thing, is probably not necessarily grief, but the emotional aspect. Because he did lose Jane. He reconnected with like a kid, which wasn't even his kid. And like he has that emotional tie of those two things
Loss
with
and growth. It's
yeah,
loss and growth.
yeah, like so I feel like if phase 4 has some sort of loose connection, maybe it's that because you could tie that into
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
everything.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange.
you could still tie that into that
Yeah.
loosely at least. So I feel like maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I
I
feel like
always
that's the
felt like
closest
everything
thing.
would feel more connected.
Yeah,
Everything does not feel connected.
it doesn't, and that's why I feel like maybe because they did say what they did in the first 3 phases is not how they were planning to go through like for the next couple of phases. Because then it just feels like cut and paste.
I
So
will say Wakanda Forever feels connected. And it's one of the movies that actually feels connected. And like,
I mean, I think you're talking emotionally. I'm not talking
no,
emotionally.
no,
I'm
no.
talking
I
about the
mean, like
storyline.
No,
with
he-
the
yeah, he's talking about the
storyline,
story.
I'm literally meaning like it's actually like not one of those things where they're like, we just did a bunch of magic and we don't know what the fuck is going on, so like you just gotta rock with us. It's like one of those things where it's like the government is straight up saying like, we want like y'all resources and we're gonna come for them at some point, and we already know what's gonna happen in the future.
I get what Jamal is saying though. Like like when you think about the first, and that's a conversation I had before. When you think about the first 3 phases, you know where it was going. Like you know this was Thanos. Each phase dealt with like an infinity gem, and we were leading somewhere. This currently, you don't know how that all connects. And at the same time, I feel like maybe it's on purpose because again, the emotional aspect, the amount of fucking characters that they have to put together, I kind of don't want to see fucking, I don't know, Doctor Strange right now pop up in Wakanda. Like, I don't need those type of connections. Like, I feel like they separated that and they just focused on those characters' problems and then how that connects to the bigger problem of the multiverse and Kang and all that remains to be seen. But like, kind of like what you said, even though it's connected, I feel like Wakanda Forever and what happened there doesn't connect at all to what happened in Doctor Strange.
Okay, so what are they gonna call that
I'm not
anyway?
talking
Are they
about
gonna
that.
still call it Avengers?
That mythical.
Wait, what'd you say?
What are they gonna call that anyway? Are they still gonna call it Avengers or are they gonna call it something else?
What you mean?
Still Avengers Secret Wars.
Like
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
if they're not all technically on a team and they're all just battling together,
They're still Avengers.
Yeah, they're still
They'll
Avengers.
still be Avengers?
Yeah.
As long as niggas click up, they're gonna
Yeah.
call. They're gonna be called Avengers.
Anytime they click up, it's gonna still be called Avengers.
So
That's still
it might be a ragtag ass team, but like they're definitely gonna be called the Avengers.
Yeah. I don't like when you think about like if you go through the first couple phases, I feel like it's easier to connect because it wasn't as many characters.
No.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with y'all. What I'm saying
I wasn't
is,
arguing with you.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever is actually the most grounded, like what is gonna happen next, like Marvel movie I've seen, like in this phase, like because it actually is dealing with more science and government and politics than the mystical shit, which we are still like kind of learning about. So like the movie is telling you like Secret Wars is coming out. Fucking Armor Wars is coming out. Fucking all of these are like government level type shit.
Okay, so
and this movie is literally, we seen Valentina, who's part of the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is coming out, and then she's also gonna be in the Captain America New World Order movie. That's what I'm saying. Like this is like probably some of the more grounded. Like damn, we kind of know. Where it's going.
I'm gonna build on that. I do. If we talk about the connective tissue of all the movies, then I would say Wakanda Forever deals with the grounded aspect of where we're going. But you think of No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness, that deals with like the Secret Wars aspect because they introduced the multiverse in No Way Home. They continue that shit with Doctor Strange and him opening up to the dark dimension and all that. So we do still kind of get like that tissue loosely, but it's there.
It's way too loose though in those.
But it's still
compared to I get what you're saying. It's way more loose compared to Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever doesn't touch on the multiverse, and we need the multiverse for Secret Wars.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like because the scale is smaller, the connective tissue is way stronger.
So that's what. No, we're on the same page. I'm just saying, like the Wakanda Forever aspect. You brought up Thunderbolts. It makes sense for them to use a Valentina for that to introduce Thunderbolts because it doesn't deal with like the multiverse as you know the magical aspect. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. So like they don't deal with the magical aspect. So but you can squeeze that into those two movies and you still get everything that's coming. It just doesn't feel connected yet, but you see the loose ties. I could say.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say loose ties and just random people popping up as like being connected to the storyline as a whole.
I mean, the storyline as a whole.
But that's how all Marvel always works. With
like it's just
like when a nigga pops up in your shit, most likely,
he has
it's a connective something if they have something that's gonna happen in the future.
And that's why
that's what I meant.
Yeah, like that's why I feel like even though like it did feel a little random, the fact that those two movies introduced the multiverse to the audience, that's a purpose. There's a point to
Of
that.
course.
And then you think of like Wakanda Forever. There's a purpose to that because we need Armor Wars, we need Riri, we need Valentina and her future team of the Thunderbolts. Like we got introduced to those niggas throughout Phase 4. Like we met Yelena, we met her pops, Red Guardian. Like we're meeting these people. It's just so many fucking people compared to like Phase 1 to 3, where it was just like you were just meeting the 5, 6, 7 Avengers, and that's it. And you could spread that out. But these movies, like there's so many fucking people for you to meet and TV shows to make Secret Wars be a Secret Wars. Because if they don't introduce these people and you just keep it at 7, it's not a fucking Secret Wars. It's 7 niggas. Like you need the 30, 40, 50, whatever plus niggas that you need for this to be the event that you want it to be. You got to bring them in. And at the same time, maybe sneak.
See, the thing is, I feel you, but every character is not going to be a main character. So
they not. But at the same time, I feel like the TV shows this time around, I feel like is doing a better job of giving you more on those characters.
I mean, that's what they're for, no? It's a TV show. You get more episodes. Yeah. It's not just an hour of bullshit.
Exactly. So
2 hours.
Compared to the first 3 phases, like we didn't know much about Hawkeye. Like you knew this nigga had a secret family in one of the Avengers movies, but you don't really get to know him as a person until like after all the fucking movies came out. Like this nigga just got his show last year. So like I feel like at least when it comes to introducing all these not necessarily main, but important characters going forward to carry the Marvel franchise, they're doing a pretty good job so far to me because of the TV shows. Now, if the TV shows never happened, we have a different conversation. Yeah.
Okay. So you lie on more of the TV shows. I feel building the interior than the actual movies.
Yes. I feel like
that is what the show is supposed to be.
I feel like that's what they're using the TV shows is to cover that ground in between. Because we get like 3-4 TV shows per movie. Like between each movie is like just now there was like Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk. We're getting like the Guardians. Like there's multiple TV shows that they squeeze in before we get like the next movie. So the movie's just carrying the weight of whatever the TV shows put together. So now, like we were just talking, if you take those shows away, it's a different conversation. Personally, I feel like, but with the TV shows, I feel like they're using that as a crutch. Not a bad way, because I enjoy the TV shows, but I feel like that's helping them speed it up faster versus just the first phase 1 to 3 where they didn't have TV shows and everything had to rely on connecting in the movies versus now they don't have to do that anymore. Damn, I got niggas stunned.
Nah, I'm agreeing with you.
I hear you.
In my mind, look.
I said the connected. When I said about the movies, I meant like even with like the TV shows. Like,
no, I feel
Wakanda
you.
Forever is one of those things where like we're getting an actual person from one of the actual TV shows that actually talk about like the grounded level government type things. So I was just like, that's what I meant. Like
the things that actually connect the whole story. I feel you, but the scope was, I feel like it's a little bit bigger than just that.
Oh, of course.
They're connected.
It needs to be.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was saying I feel like the scope needs to be a little bit bigger, and they need to like also tighten it and like lock everything in for real. But Kevin Feige like fired his team, and it's only him now.
And then on top of that, I think it's maybe harder to do because as you expand, there's so many fucking moving pieces. Like you got Moon Knight going on in Egypt.
As I said before, I don't think that's an excuse. There's a lot of characters, and a lot of those characters are not going to be main characters. So it's fine. That's fine. The stories have to still connect.
Yeah. But I agree with that. But at the same time, we could push back on that. If they're not main characters, then they don't need to connect. They're just taking place in this world where a big thing is eventually going to happen. But you introduce this person, they may not know all those other characters like the first 3 phases. Because the point of the first 3 phases was to put the team together. Currently, it's not to put the team together. Like this phase is just to introduce.
All right, so let me ask you a question, all right? If you were to tell someone to watch, and you can answer this question too, Colton, if you were to tell someone to watch this, right, from the movies and the TV shows, what order would you tell them to watch it in so that they know exactly what story that they're following?
I can't tell you because we haven't gotten that far into the story.
I'm talking about from the beginning to this point, not from whatever future is to come up. I'm talking about from the beginning to now.
Then I would tell them just to watch the first 3 phases. Because phase 4 isn't connected. Technically, it's connected.
In
but it's,
what would you specifically tell them to watch? In what order?
I would tell them you start off with probably the first Cap, because that introduces the Tesseract. After you go to Cap, I'll probably tell you to watch Captain Marvel. After Captain Marvel, I'll probably tell you to watch Iron Man 1, and then follow the normal cinematic order of how the movies came out, because they technically went in that proper order. So I wouldn't really change much, honestly. Like,
So you would tell, so you wouldn't include much of the shows or anything like that in that storyline.
The only
no,
show I would
because
tell people to
these
probably
shows,
watch.
yeah, I wouldn't tell them to watch these shows because they don't connect to the story that already finished. This is a whole new chapter. Like, I can't tell you to like how chapter 1 connects because we're still in chapter 1.
If I wanted to make this like super simple for somebody who's like probably not into comics like that, just watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier and then watch Wakanda Forever. Like, you would have to watch Black Panther 1 to understand what's going on, or maybe watch Civil War first, and then watch Black Panther 1, and then watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then watch Black Panther.
Okay.
This is like the simplified version.
Okay.
Like, if you want to speed through it.
The reason why like I was confused because he said like from the very beginning. If you mean from the very beginning of phase 4.
No, I think he means to get ready for this movie, right? No?
Because that finishes off the story, right?
Oh, so you just want to know the timeline up
So
to
what
Wakanda.
would you tell someone to watch?
Okay, that's a
just
different
like
story.
how I would. Like,
Okay.
if we were talking about Bleach, but we're not talking about Bleach right now. If
Don't
we
get
were,
me started, nigga.
I would give you the specific
so-
parts
okay,
that
here
tell
we
you
go.
to
That's a
watch
different conversation.
to
Winter
make sure you
Soldier.
understood
Hold on,
everything.
all
Yeah.
right.
I just
Winter-
didn't understand the question.
Winter Soldier, Civil War, Black Panther, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then go see Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. So you included the show.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier is where Valentina's from.
Okay,
That's
so you
where they
included the
introduce
show.
her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the show that I know that there were people that didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier that was in the theaters like, who the fuck is Elaine?
So the
Why is
beginning
Elaine
movies
here?
and shit like
Black
that, you
Widow.
wouldn't give a fuck.
I might even throw in Black
So the-
Widow.
We could even watch Black Widow also.
So the first few movies, you wouldn't even give a fuck at all.
Yeah, not really. I mean, they don't deal with that,
Exactly.
in my opinion.
Because you know
They
why?
don't deal with that.
The storyline leading up to Wakanda Forever, like, see, that's the problem. I didn't understand what I didn't get the question because I thought you were talking about like the multiverse story versus the Wakanda story. If we just talking about the Wakanda story, Colton nailed it. That's it. If we're talking about like where this shit is going, that's totally
Well, that's
different.
not. It's not just the Wakanda story. Because
I
we're
mean,
talking
that's an
about the story
overarching story,
up
but
to
that's
this
the
point.
important parts for you to actually understand how we even got to the Wakanda Forever shit.
Yeah. So like if you're asking that question, literally Colton nailed it. Like I wouldn't change that. If you're talking about like the main storyline, kind of like how the Infinity Saga was a storyline and all those movies built up to the Infinity Saga, I can't give you that yet because we haven't made it that far in the multiverse saga. Like we won't meet Kang until next year.
Nah, I think he was asking just the shit.
No, I'm not
that's
even
leading
talking
up
about
to
any
it.
of that.
He was
Oh,
just
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
if
shit
you- past
leading up
this.
to it.
Oh, if you're just talking
He
about
just meant
Wakanda
shit
Forever,
leading up.
he nailed
Yeah.
it. Like follow
Oh,
that.
and throw an Endgame in there also, like just
Okay.
because you have to also watch
For
that
the loss.
to
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
for
yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. All right. Any final words? We could wrap.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay. Give me
Hold
some.
on. The Riri thing.
What about the
You
Riri?
need to avoid Iron Man at all costs. Or
No,
that shit is gonna be a bust.
She's not Iron Man, though.
she's
She's
not.
Iron Man.
She's
and
not.
this is what I'm saying. Like,
That's a
they
good
need to
thing, though.
avoid that as much as possible.
They did already.
They did.
We'll see.
There's
But she's not Iron Man.
the
We'll
only
see.
the
She's
only
dead-ass Ironheart.
the
We'll see.
only
I mean, you
the
gotta
only
watch the
tie-ins-
movie and tell me
you
how
do.
you feel.
The only
I definitely gotta watch the movie and see.
the only tie-ins is kind of like the montage of her doing like the hammer when she was breaking like
Dick
she was
sucking.
Like yeah, like but I mean
Avoid
she
it
didn't
at
meet
all
him though.
costs.
Like so
But-
it was more like
Besides when
The spirit
We
of
don't
that-
need her
yeah,
to
of
be
course.
Iron Man.
But
bro. Like, at
besides
all.
when they did like it's just a callback.
exactly.
Like, they're gonna
it
always
was
do
it
that.
wasn't like yo, she's Iron Man.
Right?
Like
But
she's nothing like
she
this.
never
nigga.
felt like that nigga at no point. Even when
She
she
never
was, like,
mentions
in the
him,
sky
nothing,
and
like,
doing
yeah.
shit. Like she's not him.
She's her
like,
own person.
She's dead as her
Honestly.
own person, and I felt good about
All
it.
right, so what's her abilities then in the thing?
Nigga, the same shit that's War Machine got, which is
Yeah,
the same
it's
shit
a
that
suit.
Iron Man
suit,
got.
nigga.
They're
It's an
all the
iron-
same niggas. They're just different people, and we
Yeah.
accept it. That's all I'm saying. Though, in my opinion, that's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
No,
Because
but-
they're all different people.
You know
But-
why?
You get what I'm saying?
I think
It's
War Machine is just Iron Man.
The
War Machine is just Iron
He
Man,
is.
but
Exactly.
in the military and
Yeah.
kills more.
But
So
see,
he's
but
more of a war criminal.
that part they can't escape because a suit is a suit. Like
A suit is a
if
suit,
once you make
yes.
the suit, it has to shoot projectiles or
That's
like
it,
your-
man.
yeah, like so like that part they can't escape.
They
just
can escape
it's-
it just by making her not like Iron Man.
she's not though.
That's impossible. It's a cybernetic
That's-
suit. Most
that's-
cybernetic
yo,
suits do the same
Yo,
shit.
that's like hating. That's like saying, yo, like She-Hulk can't be like Hulk. Nigga, she turns green and has like super
That's
strength.
why I'm saying Hulk's son can't be like Hulk.
Yeah,
Like it's
you-
3 Hulks now.
Yo, like you
you
can't-
know what I'm saying? Like
you
Nah,
we have to,
I don't.
we have to.
I
No,
don't
you
get
have to though
Because the Hulk-
that's
the Hulk-
comics.
That the Hulk makes sense like that.
Is that not the comics though?
okay,
To take a
No,
character
for
and
there to be
build another
multiple
character that does
people-
the same thing.
For there to be multiple
I agree.
people with the same like
With the
power
same
set
abilities,
and-
the same
in
thing.
the
Yes,
same
I
family.
agree. But what
That's
I'm
fine.
saying is that she needs to be the complete opposite of just
Okay,
an
okay,
Iron
wait,
Man.
wait,
She needs to be-
Colton, I want to hear. What do you mean is the complete opposite of Tony Stark's?
Okay,
Like I
All
want to
her-
know.
I'm
I want you
talking-
to build on.
I'm
that.
not talking about the storyline because obviously her storyline is probably not going to be anywhere close
Nothing
to
like
Tony
it.
Stark.
So like, what's your
My thing is
interpretation?
to don't pull a Spider-Man. I don't want this nigga to be her figurative idol.
it's
I don't
not,
want
though.
her this
It's
nigga
not,
to
though.
be
She's not though.
You gotta watch the
building
movie.
her
You
up
gotta
or
watch
no
the movie.
shit like that.
You gotta
No.
watch the movie.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
You gotta watch the movie, bro.
No, I'm telling you, you have to watch the movie because
I think that.
No,
I think,
I'm not saying
you're
no
gonna,
to you.
No. I'm
finishing
just
my
saying
statement.
you're gonna understand that what you're thinking is who she is.
exactly.
Because there was no like, I was always born a genius.
Is she only
It was, like,
shooting
none of those
beams?
shits. Nigga, she has a fucking
She has a
Assortment of
fucking
weapons.
suit.
Okay.
iron suit, nigga. Like
That's
I
it.
don't know what else to fucking say. Like, because like you only have specific and like not every nigga with an iron suit is only Iron Man. You get what I'm saying? Like I get what you're saying.
This nigga
because he
Falcon's
is
not
the
Iron Man.
OG, but that's what I'm saying. But he also has a suit that shoots missiles and beams and shit. So technically,
Yeah, but
you
the
could
nigga
call
got
him
wings.
But like other
Eh.
people will.
Eh.
But that's what
The
I'm
nigga got
saying,
wings.
Jamal. But what I'm saying,
It makes him different.
but he has
it makes
jet
him
wings
different.
though.
It's wings.
He's still fucking Iron Man.
He's
with
not.
wings.
This
He's
nigga's
Iron Man with
nitpicking.
wings.
This
No.
nigga's nitpicking.
Nah, it's not even nitpicking.
Because he's
It's
Iron Man
wings.
with wings, according to your logic. He's dead ass just Iron Man with wings.
I literally just want them to avoid the Spider-Man situation. 'cause
They-
that,
they are,
I
though.
feel
But
like
they
that
did.
was a
They
really
did.
big
They did.
problem.
I'm
They
telling you.
did.
Watch the movie.
Like when you
and
watch
let
the
me know.
movie, at no point do you feel like, yo, this is Iron Man.
Look, I'm not gonna. I can't. We can't even judge this off her first appearance. Really, I'm trying to.
No,
judge
we
it off-
can.
I'm trying to judge it off
Peter
of
Parker
the show.
was dick sucking Iron Man very heavily.
And
in
this is
his
what
first
I'm saying.
appearance.
Let's not do that.
And
not
but it
even a
was
little
different.
bit.
No, I'm saying. I said very heavily. I didn't say a
I
little
said
bit.
let's not even do that. Not even a little bit.
What?
That right there, dick suck Iron Man. We
He
let
was dick
us-
sucking Iron
I
Man.
know. I said
heavy.
let's not do
And
that.
They did
Not
it.
even
That's
a
what
little
we
bit.
telling you. They
Yeah,
did
that's
it.
what we're telling
There
you.
was
Like,
no
it's-
point where she was just like,
Yo,
who's my,
yo.
who's my idol?
You know why I made
Tony
this suit?
Stark.
You know why I made this suit?
you know who my dad
I don't
worked
even
for?
think they'll
Tony
do it like
Stark.
that. I don't even think they'll
No,
do it
but
like
that's
that.
usually
They'll keep
what
throwing.
they
They'll
do.
keep. They won't even. I don't even think they'll mention. They'll just keep throwing Iron Man in the face. Just a picture of Iron Man just pops
They
up
want
out of
they-
nowhere.
they- do that.
No.
All that shit. But this is Black Panther. I'm waiting for the show to judge that. I can't judge it off of Black Panther. I'm waiting for the show to judge that.
Okay.
This is
okay.
just my opinion for now.
When the
We'll see.
news calls her Iron Man, just know that makes sense for the news to do some
Yeah,
shit like
that's
that.
foul.
And don't blame like her for,
Yeah.
or Marvel for doing
That's
that
just human
because
shit, my
again, like I just said,
anyone with a technical jet boosted iron suit that shoots beams is gonna get compared to Iron Man in this world.
They literally did that to
And
Thor. They
that's
literally
just
did it
what's
to
gonna happen.
Hulk. Like everyone, it's Iron
They
Man's
just get
turn,
compared to
nigga.
Iron Man, nigga. They just gonna
It's
get
Iron
compared
Man's
to Iron
turn,
Man,
baby.
man.
Like they did it to Cap. Like everyone gets another
Again,
version.
right
Like,
now they trying to do it to Hulk.
It makes sense. Certain characters it makes sense for though, like Miss Marvel, Hulk, all that shit makes sense. But
so
for
how
Iron
does the
Man,
Iron Man not
make
make
sense
sense?
for
for Iron Man, it just feels uncomfortable. Even when they did the fucking what's this nigga name? When they did what's the fucking the silver one? I forgot. Completely forgot.
On a War Machine?
Yeah, War Machine. That bullshit. Anyhow,
That's not bullshit. That shit
look,
fire.
even
Yo,
when they did that bullshit, it's just like
here's the thing that is
okay, Iron Man.
that that confuses the most out of me about that statement is out of all the people that we just named, aside from Hulk, his makes the most sense because it's a suit and it's a mech suit
He's like
that flies.
He's just
And
a nigga in a suit. Like that. That's why I'm just like, nigga.
Are
If
we
I
saying
made
the
a
problem is we're
suit
saying
like
that
Iron
tech
Man
can only
suit-
look like one thing?
No. I'm not. I never said that because
The
none of those
Hulk,
suits look the same.
Okay, you saying
All the
those
Hulks
suits-
look similar. They're
all the Hulks
green.
look similar exactly because they have the same power, and that makes sense. But their
So does-
characters are completely flipped on their heads.
But that's
Exactly.
the same thing
with Riri. She's nothing like this.
Iron
nigga.
Man.
We will
And
see
it's also the same
once
thing with-
the show drops.
War Machine is not like Iron Man. They are two separate
That
niggas.
too.
Like they are
He's
two
mad
completely
uptight.
different niggas. Like so, and Riri's completely different from these two niggas.
We'll see once the show drops.
You'll see. Yeah, but it's. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
you
she's
gotta
nothing
watch
like
the
that.
movie.
Once you see her, you'll be like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
I feel
get
you,
it.
but we'll see once the show actually drops.
Okay, but watch
Because
the movie,
I
though.
think it's a little presumptuous of us to just assume that anything. I'm just throwing it out
it's not
there.
presumptuous because that's what she displayed.
Yeah, that's
If
the
she
character.
displayed the Tony Stark like type of way, I would have been like, "Damn, they trying to make her Tony Stark."
Exactly.
I would have been pissed. And you know me.
They
I
didn't do
would've
that
been
in the
pissed.
first Spider-Man.
Yes, they did. They
In the first
absolutely
Spider-Man, they did that.
did. When they met him in Civil War, when he first popped out, when
He
he,
got the
was
suit from
fanned
this
out
nigga.
over this nigga, when he was sucking his dick, like I always
The first
say
one
it.
actually wasn't that terrible.
Nigga, I'm not talking about the first movie. He was also sucking his dick in the first movie.
He did.
When he got the suit.
He
But
got
like
dick
the suit.
suck
Civil
was
War,
fine.
when he first pulled
It was
up,
all right.
No,
That
it
was
wasn't all right.
okay.
Dick
This
suck.
nigga
After the
said
fact,
like fuck, son. Yo,
that was consensual dick suck.
Dick suck. After the fact, he was riding too crazy.
You wildin',
The
man.
next few
kept
movies,
going.
he was
They
wilding
kept
too crazy.
going.
He kept. That was the problem. They
But
kept
they don't
going.
even do that with Riri, so are we
We
good?
can't know until the
can't
rest of the
know.
shit
This
drops.
Jamal,
This
I'm
nigga
so
said the dick suck was good.
Because you talking about a
Yo.
nigga who's in a Spider-Man 360 deal.
Just
I had
like
to
they
watch
dick
my
sucked
nigga
fucking
pop
Captain
out
America a little
the
bit, but
first
that was
time.
fine. It was
Bro.
fine because the character built beyond that.
No.
Okay,
I'm only saying no because no, nigga. No.
Yo, this nigga's been wilding all episodes.
Nah,
son.
that's mad funny.
This
though.
nigga threw the Mexican
Nigga said, what
shit
you
in there.
mean? Nigga, that dick suck is fun, nigga. That's hilarious.
Yo,
Nah, I like
the
that. I
night
like that.
gas is wilding this
Alright.
fucking episode, son.
That's a good episode. That's a good ass episode, man.
Nah, it was good.
I
It
don't
was
really
good.
got
Alright,
no
yeah.
no hate or no love. I just love everybody. I love y'all. We
Are-
back.
is this your worthy? Are we counting
Yeah,
this
my
as your
word
worthy?
is y'all. I love
Okay.
y'all. You
Thanks.
guys are amazing. We back at it. I'm off like 3 hours of sleep and like just like cleaning.
This nigga's just
I'm
vibing,
wired,
son. Just-
nigga. I like a mixture of like beer and like water and food and like polish that I was using and clean my fucking closet, nigga.
the original
turned
Marvel
up.
superhero, the Black Man, the original Black Man. He's coming, right? This next one.
Yo, we need him.
They also need to not do that badly. That needs to be done the proper way.
I mean, if you're gonna open your third eye right now before we wrap this episode, let's talk about Wakanda Forever just for a second. Let's
Okay.
talk about-
Oh,
No,
here's
wait,
my-
let me
He should have
finish.
popped
Let
up
me
in
finish.
Wakanda, honestly.
Go crazy, go
He
crazy.
should have popped up in
Let-
Wakanda. That would have been crazy as fuck.
Let me finish this
But
right now.
yeah,
Wakanda Forever, bro. Like, open your third eyes, man. The biggest threat to black people of a technological nation
it's Mexicans.
was water, nigga. The whole movie, these niggas was fearing water.
No,
Nigga,
Let me
relax.
finish.
Relax,
it was
Trump.
super
Relax,
niggas
Trump.
and super Mexicans
Relax,
fighting
Trump.
each other.
Let me
It wasn't.
Hold it down. Trump. You fucking out.
I just want you to know this is not a Patreon episode. This is going on Anchor, nigga.
You want me to open up my third eye even crazier?
Go ahead.
Let's do the real third eye open. The real enemy is slavery because everybody was going through it apparently. This movie, they said
slavery.
They said
slavery.
You know
trauma,
what,
my nigga?
You know what, black people?
Y'all
don't like slavery? Here goes some Mexican slavery. I was like, what the fuck, dude? They was giving it up like that.
Yo, I had a joke that I don't know if I could. I'm gonna heavily edit this joke for the podcast. All right, very very heavily because I'm just gonna make the implications. I'm not gonna say it, but I'll make the implications. Now, my man Gas said several times Mexicans. We fuck with Mexicans. We fuck with everybody.
Mexicans.
I'm just saying, there's a derogatory term used
yeah.
That kind of, when you look at this movie with your third eye open, it's kind of crazy.
Racial? Is Disney racist? Hold on, do we just start the first think piece? Did we just start the first think piece? Yo, did Disney just say,
I didn't say it.
Mexicans was getting put in slavery so bad they had to jump in the ocean because they're blank?
I'm not saying it. I didn't say it. I did not say it. But I just want y'all to open y'all third eyes.
I mean, if I'm gonna open my third eye more,
not even open my third eye. That's exactly what it is.
Yo, because that is what it is. Because Disney
exactly
racist like that,
bro.
I'm be real.
I'm just saying.
Look, slavery got real bad, and niggas turned blue and had to jump into the ocean.
If we really think about it, all the comics are racist.
Of course, absolutely.
The Marvel shit,
absolutely.
From when it was written,
I mean.
Yeah. They could have changed a lot of shit. We could be
being real. There's a lot of fake African accents in Wakanda.
There's a lot of fake African accents.
So, we not.
It's still nigga though.
Ground. Yeah, still nigga though.
It's still nigga though.
Also, and still Mexicans. Shout out my razas.
I don't even know if all of them were Mexican. Were
they? Yeah, they were.
They were
real Mexicans.
Yeah. Okay. All I'm saying, bro, is for the most technological advanced place on the planet, none of them niggas knew how to swim. Because once Wakanda got flooded,
another racial
stereotype just thrown in our face.
All I'm saying is open your third eye, bro.
Also,
I watched that movie the second time.
Also, M'Baku is man-made, but he was making a lot of monkey sounds, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
I was like,
is that your chant? Are we sure about this? Is that like we all decided to do this together?
I want to open my third eye even wider. Building on that point, when he walked into the throne room, he was eating a carrot. I felt like they CGI'd that shit out.
It was a banana. And they CGI'd it. Oh my God. We gotta rewatch the movie, nigga. It's Carrot Gate. Banana Gate. Yo, we gotta figure out if they CGI'd it.
I need to know, son.
This is an amazing episode.
And I just feel like that's a great way to end this episode. So this has been another issue of the Mighty Metahumans, providing you with that high quality nerd commentary. Subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend. Your boys is on Patreon, know what I mean? Follow us. Sign up for Dennis Plus. Know what I mean? We got the Night Deviant podcast. Fuck with that.
Yes, sir.
You can find us on all social media sites as the Mighty Metas. Now also on YouTube, we got the official name, got that shit saved.
Yes,
the Mighty Metas across YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. You can find me on all social media sites as Old Dirty Dennis. That's OLDIRTYDENNIS. Fuck with my Etsy. It's holiday season. Niggas need cards. Fuck with me. You know what I mean?
Where can they find the cards?
Yo, go to Etsy.com. Type in Art by Den. Two N's, know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
DENN.
Yes,
you will find me. I got heat, know what I mean? Your loved ones need it. Your boo need it, know what I mean?
Or people you hate need it.
Yo,
because he got hater cards too.
Yo, you breaking up with someone? I got breakup cards, baby. Fuck with me. Yo, you can find my man Colton.
The Colton Show _ on Twitter. If that even exists anymore after this. I don't even care about getting like the official name anymore because this fiasco is fucking happening, y'all. So Twitter is fucking going under, nigga. This shit is crazy. But the Colton Show _ THECOLTONSHOW
Wow, Twitter still exists.
The Colton Show on everything else that actually exists, which is like Instagram.
That's still gonna be around.
Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I think Tumblr's coming back a little
Yo,
bit.
they bringing porn back. They coming back, you know what I mean?
I mean, the porn coming back, so your boy coming back. That's all I'm saying. And then I got my website, thecolsonshow.com. Make sure you go check it out. That's where you can see all of my content.
Yes.
See everything that we do. You could actually even, at the bottom of the page, I got the podcast right there. Just click on the button.
Yeah, I mean? So yeah. Send us on, bro. Give us a quote.
You bull-headed demon. M'Baku. Yo, I should be M'Baku, nigga. That was actually good.
Pretty good.
I scared myself just now.
Actor.
Yes, sir. Hit me up, Kevin.
Yo, we out.